Right now, in the middle of doing something you chose to do, a part of your brain is already looking for the exit. It happens without warning. The task hasn't changed. Nothing went wrong. But something inside you shifts, goes flat, starts pulling toward anything else. A phone, a window, a thought about dinner. You call it boredom. You treat it like a glitch. But what if it isn't a glitch at all? What if your boredom is one of the most sophisticated survival tools your species ever evolved? That restlessness you feel when nothing seems to matter, the itch, the drift, the quiet desperation that no amount of scrolling ever fully cures, is not a modern disease. It is an ancient signal, and it has been keeping humans alive for at least 300,000 years. Here is where it starts. Your brain runs on prediction. Every second of every day it is running simulations, modeling what comes next, scanning for gaps between what it expected and what actually happened. Neuroscientist Kent Berridge at the University of Michigan spent decades separating two things most people treat as identical: wanting and liking. His research showed that the brain has completely separate systems for each. The system that makes you reach for something is not the same system that makes you enjoy it once you have it. And the reaching system, the wanting system, never fully switches off. That is the engine underneath your boredom. When your environment stops surprising you, when the predictions all come true, when nothing in your field of awareness requires adjustment, the wanting system goes looking. Not because something is wrong, because something is working exactly as it was designed to. Your ancestors who sat still were the ones who got eaten. Think about that for a moment. You come from a line of restless people. Every single one of your ancestors, going back further than language, further than fire, was a creature who could not tolerate sameness for long. The ones who found a food source and stayed there, who mapped a territory and stopped exploring, who felt content and let that contentment calcify. They were outcompeted, outhunted, outsurvived. The restless ones moved, found new resources, noticed threats earlier, built more. The boredom you feel in a Monday afternoon meeting is genetically continuous with the signal that sent your great-great-ancestor over the next hill to see what was there. Psychologist Sandi Mann at the University of Central Lancashire has studied boredom systematically for years. Her findings flip the conventional wisdom on its head. When people are forced to sit with boredom, not distract from it, not kill it, but actually feel it, creativity scores spike dramatically. Boredom, she found, functions as a cognitive pressure system. It builds. And when the pressure builds high enough, the mind searches for release, and that search is indistinguishable from what we call imagination. Your boredom is not the absence of thought. It is thought with nowhere obvious to go, pressing outward in every direction at once. But here is where it gets stranger. Not all boredom is the same. Researchers Thomas Goetz and Reinhard Pekrun identified 5 distinct types of boredom in a 2014 study, each with a different emotional signature and a different behavioral outcome. There is indifferent boredom, calm, detached, low stakes, almost pleasant in its own way. There is calibrating boredom, uncertain, wandering, searching. There is searching boredom, restless, slightly uncomfortable, actively hunting for engagement. There is reactant boredom, the kind with an edge of frustration, the kind that makes you want to flip the table. And there is apathetic boredom, flat, hollow.